What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Black and Gold Lounge. On yesterday, we talked about love. That's what we talked about. We talked about love. So today, we're going to just stay on the segment of love. Um, I think, just like I said on yesterday, you have to love yourself before you can fully love someone. So once you fully love yourself, or you think or believe that, you have reached that point. So I think what we got to focus on now is the foundation of what we see that we would want our relationship to be. So the first thing off gate is communication. Communication is a big thing to where it will take weeks to months to years to fully understand someone, how they need to be understood, and compromising and all that ties into communication. Communication is basically just sharing your perspectives and listening to each other. Effective communication builds trust and understanding. And in life, that's what people try to build. Their foundation, their top thing is communication. Like, if they can't communicate, then how can they be together? How can they be one? How can they do this thing we call life? So that's what we try to really work on daily. Like, communication is not a thing that you would work on for an hour and then call it quits. It's like an everyday process that you have to constantly work on yourself. Not saying you're working on just you, but each other. Both of you all have to work on communication for each other. And anything that you're trying to hold on to from an argument or a debate or whatever you all were going through, this communication piece is what's going to allow y'all to grow closer together if you open up and be willing to be vulnerable and really try. I think plenty of times for me personally, I have tried in the past so much to where those relationships didn't work out. And now that I have a relationship, a marriage that works, it is, or it was difficult to fully open up and communicate because of the past. So the past is something that we have to work on as well. And trust me, there will be a definitely a whole month about the past, working on the past and not forgetting the past, but basically growing from the past and knowing how you overcame it and making sure that your past never comes to your present or future. So that will be later on next month. But yeah, let's get back to building these foundations of a relationship. You have to be empathetic. You got to try to understand her side, and then she needs to try to understand your side. So that's when the communication piece will come in to where, okay, you've spoken, and now it's my turn to speak. So generally, people will be like, okay, now it's my turn to speak. I'm going to tell you how I feel since you told me how you feel. But, you know, that will be the time to see if the stuff that y'all are working on really has really worked. Instead of you just saying, now what you need, you can be empathetic and say, well, I understand that you said this part, and I understand how you felt in this part, and I feel like I could have done something better to help you in this way. So there's ways that you can have effective communication and be empathetic, and it can really benefit both of you all if y'all are open to actually getting through the pain, the anxiety of not having the conversation. I think that's a thing that most people do. They try not to have the conversation, and it's a conversation that has to happen. Um, it's communication has to happen. I mean, even if y'all not talking to each other, if y'all are texting or whatever, it's still communicating. It's still communicating. It's not active. I mean, effective communication, but it is communicating. So you have to work with each other. You, in a sense, have to be a team player. You have to really dive into what she needs, what he needs. You have to almost, it almost has to be like you're giving birth to, let's say, for instance, a baby. That mother is going to gravitate to that baby because that's hers. That's something she carried. They have a bond. And then also that dad has a bond because he's also bonding more with his wife than he maybe has ever done in the relationship with the marriage, because that baby is going to bring you closer. Well, that communication piece is the baby, and it's going to bring you all closer. And you just have to keep working at it. Keep working at it day and day. And another thing, you can ask open-ended questions. I mean, try not to avoid the hard questions and just answer the easy ones. I used to do that a lot, and I've learned from that. And answering the hardest ones is going to be hard. It's going to breaking through that piece to where y'all are not on the same page is going to be the hardest, but you can do it because these foundations are set up so you can be great, and you can be a power couple, and you can do all the things that you all want to do. But it has to be communication. You have to be empathetic. You have to be a team player. Like you have to work at it just like it was one of your dreams that you always wanted to achieve. Um, it's just like that. It's nothing different from a basketball player trying to win a championship. Like, it's something that you're going to achieve, and when you achieve it, no one can take that away from you. That is your A1. That is your twin. That is your gang. That's your everything. And that person will hold you down through everything because of that communication piece. Well, that's my little spat on it today. We're going to come back tomorrow with another chapter of it. So I thank y'all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to the people that came and listened to my first podcast. I definitely appreciate y'all. Tune in tomorrow. Black Gold Lounge, Mr. Heart and Soul out.